everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day. It's Gaming News Day. You know, we're going to talk about all the video game news. I'm going to spill a little tea. Let's talk about all the shenanigans and the good news and the bad this month. So thanks for watching and let's get to it. All right, first, before we do anything, I want to give a special shout out to the infected Patreons who support me on Patreon every month. That is the $10 a month level. Guys, thanks so much for your support on this channel. I appreciate it so much. This is the special perk that you guys get. So special shout out to D Cells, Sven Jacobs, Dave934, and our newest Patreon at this level, who is Brent Gilbert. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you guys want to, check out my Patreon page at O.C.Deidre. Dog down. Another dog has left the damn pound, y'all. I can't make this stuff up. I had to go on and make a new intro just for this section of news this month. I think it's going to have to be an ongoing theme for the O.C.D gaming news because y'all, every month there's somebody who's leaving, and that's just the ones that I see and that I know about. So it's bad, y'all. They're always looking for more people. Naughty Dog is always on top of it. They're always posting job listings. You know, Naughty Dog is at the top, so I can't imagine them having a hard time finding people, but it seems like the old dogs are jumping ship and leaving the pound, so RIP. So Drew Thaler on May 3rd announced that he is going to be leaving Naughty Dog to start his own company, something different. We wish you good luck, dog, and congratulations on your new endeavor. But what is causing this damn dog apocalypse? Red Dead Redemption 2. I want to talk about this. Rockstar Games released the third trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2, and I wasn't ready for what I saw in that trailer. My reaction video for that trailer is up on my channel. I never thought that I would see John Marston in that motherfucking trailer. And yes, he is there. He is in the trailer as a young John Marston, and I was hoping, I was praying, I was looking for him. I was looking for that John Marston in that trailer, and I saw him. I was surprised that a lot of people didn't recognize that it was him. At first, I thought it was him, the scars on the face, telltale sign, and I was so happy. But I didn't want to go full out until it was confirmed, but I had to say it. And I was right. He is in the trailer. He is going to be in the game. I cannot wait to play it. That trailer even got me even more hyped than I thought was possible. They also released the box art for the game. And how ingenious was it that he fills up the top half of the cover art, because now that we look back over the last 2 years that we've been seeing the reveals of first the sun and then the guys on horses, and then he fills up the whole damn thing, which is fitting because this whole story centers around him, and I cannot wait to play it. I have been a fan of Days Gone since the get, and I cannot wait to play it, and I was so looking forward to E3 just so we could get some more information about Deacon St. John and the entire game, but the people at Bend Studios decided to gift us with so much content, I can't even handle it. They gifted us with not only a quick look with John Garvin, they did the rapid fire questions with him, which was hilarious. They did, Days Gone is going to be on the cover of Game Informer magazine this month, and it is everything. They did a 1-hour gameplay with them, with the commentary of John Garvin and Jeff Ross, and it is everything. I put my reaction, I watched it live, I did my reaction to it, and I did my analysis and theories video on it, and I broke that shit down. You know, I broke it down. I know there's another 40-minute video I watched. I'm not going to be doing a breakdown of that video because it's more of the same of what I already did, but I love all the content. Sometimes I got to say, not for anything, the people at Game Informer were a little shady to my Bend Studios, and I was not having it. They seemed like, I don't know, they seemed a little shady to me with their little comments, and I don't like it. So keep your shade to yourself. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Look, I know not everyone's going to love everything about the game, but I can't imagine sitting with them and then questioning their choices so shady. There's a way to say something, so watch your mouth. I know they're coming out with more content. I will keep you guys posted. I will be doing videos on it because I'm so excited for it. So probably not going to be at E3 because they're blowing us up with all this great information, this great content, And I am so happy that they shared that with us. That was like a gift from the gods. So thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much, Ben Studio. Now, let's have a moment for Sony and PlayStation coming through for us at E3. Now, you know that everybody was up in arms at PSX this year, me included. And I'm a PSX fan. I've gone there 3 years in a row. And being there for the keynote speech for year 2 and year 3 was epic. It was everything there is an electricity in the room that you cannot explain. There is so much hype. There is people in the audience, everyone who loves what you love, and they get excited just like the way you get excited for things. And it's a great community event. And when they show and they do the razzle dazzle of the keynote, it is everything. Okay, so this year they did the Friday night event, which was like a more like low key, we're going to talk about things. And it was good, don't get me wrong, because Hideo Kojima was on stage, Cory Barlog was there, everybody, Sean Layden was there, like everybody was there doing their part, and that was great. But it was missing something, and it was missing that heart, and everybody noticed it. It wasn't the same. So now, E3, they announced that they're going to be focusing on the big 4. And when I talk about the big 4, I'm not talking about Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax. I am talking about The Last of Us. I am talking about Death Stranding. I am talking about... Who the fuck am I talking about? Ghost of Tsushima and Spider-Man. Thank you, God. Like, we want to dive deep into these games. We cannot wait to play these games. We want to know more. We need more from y'all. They're going to dive deep. They're going to give us what we want. They're going to talk about all these games. They're going to focus on the meat of this industry and what we all want to know about. So more importantly, will we see the dog? Will we get gameplay with the puppy? I want to see the wolf. The wolf. I want to see the puppy. I want to see Ellie. I want to see Shannon Woodward. I want to see her character for The Last of Us Part 2. I want to know everything. They're going to give us a lot of stuff. They're going to give us a lot of content. And Hideo Kojima has been working on editing awful hard lately. And I've been telling you guys for months. If you've been watching this news episode every month, you know I've been telling you. I've been spilling the tea. Jordan Vogt Roberts, Jeff Keighley, Hideo Kojima, they've all been working together for months, and I've been following it, guys. So, you better watch this. I could have told you this was going to happen. So, this is good, and I'm so excited. So, this is what we want to see from our 4 most anticipated games. Detroit Become Human will already be out by time E3 hits. So, let's focus on the big 4, okay? And it sounds like all my E3 predictions are coming true. If you haven't seen my E3 predictions video, check that out. I'm going to go back afterwards. After E3 is all done, I'm going to go back and see if I was all the way right. Leave me in comments. Let me know what you think we're going to see. Okay, now CD Projekt Red has been silent for so long. They're going to be at E3, and they're going to have some sort of RPG game there. But we know what it is, and we've been waiting patiently. So hopefully we will see Cyberpunk 2077 at E3 this year, and we will finally get to see what they have been working on all these years. Okay, so our beloved Cory Barlog is not sitting back and resting on his laurels for the incredible success of God of War. That is a monster fucking hit, guys. That game is epic. I'm still playing through it on my channel. There's more coming, believe me. I'm going to keep playing it, and Detroit Become Human. There just was a lot of news going on, so I'm going to get back on that. So the game is gorgeous. It sold 3.1 million copies in 3 days. That is insane. He's not resting on what he done did already. He is going to be working on more games in the series. So I'm sure after a very well-deserved break and vacation, he is going to go right back to work. So PlayStation Lifestyle has reported that Ben Studios is already working on their next AAA game, which is good news because that means that as they're wrapping up Days Gone, they will be working on another game, which I'm so excited for because everything that I've seen from Days Gone looks incredible, so well crafted. It's so beautiful that I want to see more from them, and I can't wait to see what they come up with. So get back to work, guys. Now, if you guys are part of my Patreon, Firefly, and the Infected crew, you know that in last week's streaming that I do private speed runs on if you are at the Firefly or Infected level. My speed run attempts at The Last of Us. I keep trying to improve my time, and you guys get to see. And I spilled a little tea 2 weeks ago on that video on Troy Baker. And you know me, it was positive news. It was leaked that his wife, Pamela, was expecting and ready to pop. There was a picture that was on her Instagram and that was taken down very quickly, that she was pregnant and her and Troy was standing there and she looked like she was ready to go. And lo and behold, I was right, because no one spoke about it. There was no like press on it, that people weren't talking about it. May 6th, Troy Baker confirms on his Twitter that it's a boy. They had a beautiful baby boy and his name is Traveler Hyde. And he is adorable. Mama and baby are all doing well. So congratulations to you, to the whole Baker family. And that baby is just too cute. You know, stay tuned for those little sips of tea in between the O.C.D gaming news. You might get some updates. Speaking of Troy Baker and Nolan North have started their own YouTube channel. It's called Retro Replay. And they go in, looks like Nolan's basement, and they play Atari games, kind of, sort of, and basically they just riff on each other, and they act silly, and they act a fool, and it is freaking hilarious, and I highly recommend that you subscribe to their channel if you want laughter in your life. Okay, so Idios, I don't know, I'm not saying it right, Eidos Montreal has reportedly spent $75 to $100 million on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Let that sink in for a second. And that is not including, I think they said 15 million more in advertising, which I can understand advertising being that high. But that's a lot of clams, y'all. That's a lot of money. According to them, that's how much it costs to make a AAA game. And I don't doubt it costs a lot of money. These AAA games made, but sometimes it worries me to see that so much is going into it. Maybe not so much to push the whole genre forward, but just to be pulling stunts, I don't know. And I don't think Lara needs any stunts to be pulled, because I think a good story is key. I think if you have a great story, I think if you have really great graphics, and I think you have good game mechanics, and I know that costs money. I'm just saying, like, that seems way excessive, guys. I feel like a little nervous now because I feel like they're going to be trying to be pulling some stunts. But I hope not, because I have faith in Lara, and I can't wait to play this in September. You know I'm going to be playing it on my channel. But it just worries me a little bit that it's that much money. So at E3, will we see Remedy Entertainment show up? Will they have a new game for us to show? Or will it be Alan Wake? Or will it be Quantum Break? Will they show anything? So I'm really hoping we see something from them. Now, on April 17th, Melissa Hutchinson, who plays our beloved Clementine for the Walking Dead series for Telltale Games, announced that she was back in the booth working on Clementine's story. She is so excited to play Clementine, and she is so looking forward to this, but this is going to be the last of Clementine, and I'm just telling you right now, she better live. If she doesn't live, we riot. So I can't wait for the final season of The Walking Dead and Clementine, and hopefully it will be better than last year's. I wasn't thrilled with last year's Walking Dead, but fingers crossed, I have faith in Clem and her full story. So on April 23rd, Detroit Become Human went gold. It is coming out on time. It is coming out on May 25th, so it will be here before we know it. Just a few more days to go. I played the hostage demo 2 different ways on my channel. If you haven't seen that, check it out. I'm so in love with that game. I'm so obsessed with everything about it. I even did the fan tribute trailer for it. If you haven't seen that, check out my fan tribute trailers playlist on my channel. I am all about it. So Brian Decker did an amazing job, and he promotes that game so much. He's such a good actor, and he's great in this role, and I can't wait to play it for ourselves. It'll be here before we know it. So a quick follow-up on the news I gave you last month for James Cooper, who left Naughty Dog last month. He announced that he has a new job, and he is now working on Insomniac Games for the new Spider-Man. And he tweeted on April 17th he was so excited to be working on it. So good luck to you, dog. So what do you think about the new Call of Duty Black Ops 4 coming out with no single player, just multiplayer? And they may have a battle royale. I personally am not a multiplayer, so it's no shade, no hate to anyone who loves multiplayer. I'm sure you're all excited, but I feel like the heart of that game is the single player campaign, but that's just me. I am drawn to story-driven games, and I think it's a pretty good story that they give us in these games. So I was a little disappointed in that. What do you think? Leave me your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this. Okay, so here are the video game release dates for this month coming up. The big one that's coming up that I'm most anticipating is Detroit Become Human. I'm so excited for that. And Vampire is coming out in June as well. I'm so excited to be finally playing these games I've been waiting for. Which one is your most anticipated game that's coming out this month or maybe even this year? I'm so excited for all the awesome games coming out in 2018. Okay, so the yes and the mess. The yes and the mess this month. Okay, so my yes for this month, you know what it's going to be coming up. E3 coming out with the big 4. That was the best decision you have made. And shout out to Sony PlayStation for their conference focusing on the big fucking 4, because that's what we want. We want to know more. We want to know everything that we can possibly know without spoilers. Hopefully we will be getting some hard release dates or release date windows for these gorgeous games. We need to know. They're diving deep with The Last of Us Part 2, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, and Spider-Man. We need to know more. So hopefully we will get maybe a window, something to help us and hold us over until 2019. I mean, we're being very greedy, but I'm sorry. We want these games and we want them now. So shout out to them for coming through and giving us the big 4 and everything we need to know. For my mess for the month, the mess is this nonsense with Shadow of the Tomb Raider costing almost $100 million to make. I feel it sets a bad precedence for the industry. I know it's expensive to make a AAA game, and the competition is so brutal, and the community can be so brutal, and they can tear you apart. But when you're a big company like this making a game like this, you don't have to worry about pulling stunts. And that's what I kind of feel this is a little bit. I feel like they're pulling stunts like, Lara doesn't need any of your help. Like, she does not need your help. Her story can stand on her own. It is a great story. She is a great character. The team has done a beautiful job with what we've seen so far. I'm so happy that they're working on it. So the game is going to look gorgeous. The gameplay is going to be good. The mechanics are going to be good. The story is going to be good. Why do you guys need to pull the stunts? I don't understand it. I think it sets a bad precedence for the rest of the industry, and especially for indie game developers. I feel like that's setting the bar. I'm sorry, I'm petting Daisy. I feel like it's setting the bar too high, and it feels like if you can't make a game for that much money, it's not going to be good. I don't think she needs all of that because, our Lara is a resourceful queen. She can make it work. I don't think she needs all the bells and whistles. I think it's going to be a gorgeous game. I think it's a little excessive, and I think it sets a bad precedence, and I think we're going to pay for it in our wallets the more stunts they try and pull. Anyway, I have faith in the Tomb Raider franchise, and I think it's going to be a gorgeous game. That's my opinion. It doesn't mean that I am so looking forward to the game. I can't wait to play it. I am on board 100%. Lara, I love you, girl. That is all the news for this month. Thanks so much for watching and tuning in. It's been a busy month with Days Gone. I'm getting right back to God of War again. I'll be playing some more of that, so don't worry. So thanks so much for watching this. If you like my channel and if you like this content, please leave me a like and subscribe. It would help me out so much. And if you can, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with more. And what the fuck?